kid. Y'all already just seen I just smoked that team, y'all. But don't click it. Are you good later? Every yo, hold on. I gotta see some. Oh, what's looking on my. I'm on this side. Yo, I'm about to go crazy. Can you go on my side? Oh, good.
Oh no, I passed. You gotta be. Oh my god. I'm so close.
Bro, just pick a team, bro. Like, come on. I don't got all day.
I'm waiting for them. They're about to come up. Oh, you know what? This game's broken. Okay. I'm ready. I'm choosing my team. 3, 2, 1. This is my team.
Bro, you went past it like 4 times.
I know, but you can't go.
Yes, you could.
Oh.
What you freaking do? Just click the button down. Like, you can't just click it multiple times. Like,
No, I'm just trying to click my. Because I don't want to pass it.
bro, just click the back button, bro. It's not that serious. And that is not the team you just picked. That's not that. You just have the Seahawks. It takes them 3 years, y'all, to pick a team. It's not that hard. Y'all already know the GG in the tap for me. Y'all already know. And it's my ball first? Wait. Yeah, it's my ball first. Yes, sir. I get to start off with a dub. You should have just seen me, bro. I was leaving through kids like crazy. That was my first match.
You got out the pool because Dad got Madden?
Madden? No, because I found that on the table. Oh, yeah. What are you doing? I didn't want to do that, man. I got out the pool because I was about to go watch YouTube and stuff. And then I seen that on the table, and I'm like, dang, this man still didn't ship the thing out? And then I was like, oh. And I was like, is this Madden? He was like, yep. And I was like, put it on God. Babies, get that man wide open. Still need that man wide open. Like, that's only a second, but I'm still gonna get it. Like, wait, come on, push it. Wait, hold on. Wait. All right. I'm not doing no Hail Marys, because every time I do that, I almost get the ball stolen. Babies, why would you leave them open? Why would you leave them open? Why would you? Stop playing with me. Why are you playing with me? Hold on, and I got something. I just took a video of the other game. I didn't play it offline because I didn't feel like it.
Okay, guys, you good?
This game, you should know this, and I'm not even gonna throw it. Come on. On my face. Bro, he's not letting me move so fast. Making me more mad slow. Like, bro, what do you think this is, my guy? Okay, good. Close though. Thank you very much. Why would you leave him open? Why would you leave him open? Like, bro, I missed my leg. I was like, when I joined, boom, I hurt my leg a little. But it's fine. It's good now. No, I meant to splash this.
It's a favorite.
How do you know that? Your goofy self.
I'm not doing
You're not getting a touchdown. There's a way you could easily know what it is when it's a fake. Because you can tell by the way it looks.
I was clicking it, don't thinking that I'm kicking. Oh, okay.
They jumped at me. It's like
I gotta do my specialty. Where are they?
can I get them?
Play type.
Like what? Oh yeah. Like what? Oh, y'all cheating.
Heck?
Oh, okay.
Stafford.
Hi.
Never mind.
throw the ball, you goofy.
Do you hold it?
No, you click the freaking button. You don't hold anything. You're stupid, bro. You good, bro? It's over your button, bro. Oh yeah, we on X. We on X. No. No way.
Good job.
This man is shooting.
He's gonna keep on going for it.
Hey, yo. What the heck was that? Oh, really cheating.
Oh.
He's throwing it to X. Baby them.
Why are you going so far? You're not good.
They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they got to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some.
Bro can't even shoot the.
I'm clicking it. I'm square.
You're trash. I'm literally sitting here texting someone. Bro. Okay. No! Oh yeah, that's back. That's nothing. There's nothing. Another.
Isn't the idea of completing the pass supposed to mean especially on third down? Yeah. How about the defense?
It's that far away.
Oh, that's mine. That's mine. You messed that up. That's mine. 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 Oh yeah, and you already know that's a touchdown. You already know that. What you want? You want a cookie? Oh, it's on a ball again. Like, oh, I don't even gotta walk again. Like, I don't even gotta go from all the way in the back. I just go right there. Like, yeah. He already know about to run in. I'll tell you, because I'm running right in, right through your midst to the left. To the left. And you're gonna get a flag if you keep doing that. Oh.
For me.
I skirted around. You didn't do nothing. You didn't grab it. You don't even know how to throw the ball. You don't even know how to. Well, you're gonna be all the way back there. You might as well just give me the ball back. I know. Dang well. Now I'm on it. I'm watching. I'm on everything. I clicked it by accident. Controlling it all the way now. Where to? Oh, you're not getting a touchdown right now. This play, this. Yes, sir. Move out my way. Oh, that's mine. Okay, first round, whatever. You're not beating me, bro. You're not getting a touchdown. You're definitely not beating me. You were talking about, oh, I'm gonna beat you with Madden. I'm gonna beat you with Madden, right? I'm sure you'll beat you with Madden.
Through the air, 32 yards. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Keeps himself upright. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Christian Barmore forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Well, into a sea of defenders have intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Don't do us like that.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Bourne. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. 6-0 our score after 1. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones buying time to his left. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
Defensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Here's Jones throwing on first down. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. Touchdown. Kendrick Bourne with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead now stands at 13. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return is Brandon Powell. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something.
On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Now Jones on first down, rolling to his right. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off around the 27. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
13 yards remaining on second down. Now it's Stafford. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. To throw is Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Another go-around now for the Patriot offense. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, good move. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there on the scramble.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Jones now on 1st and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it...
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Matthew Judon in there to take him down. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coaches' 2-minute drill.
Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunk.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And the Pats are going to get it back here just past the 35. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Jones throw into the hands of Henry here. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And the coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do
they? And that'll set him back 5. Doesn't look to be any confusion here as they come up now on a 2nd and 6 following the delay of game. Looking to throw. Jones. Open man is born. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So we've reached the You sure you're ready for the third quarter? Need to use a bathroom or anything? All right, cool. Let's go. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now Stafford. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball. Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down. I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Patriots. Kendrick Bourne from 19 yards away. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And they're able to grounded in there on the two-point try, and you and I were talking before the game. The two-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for two, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for two early? That's what people are wondering about.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Throwing is Stafford. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Stafford. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Here we go on fourth. Stafford. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Now Jones. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Forced out to his left. Oh, what a move. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now. And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And before the second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Looking to throw again on second down. Jones, and this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Kendrick Bourne there to make the grab. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Folk connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Higbee, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly...
And my goodness, another interception. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the Patriots are going to take over here up near the 40. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Throwing, Jones, sliding out of the pocket. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big play there for the Patriots.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Rams are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to...
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From his own goal line, Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Throwing on 1st down. Jones flushed out right. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones flush to his right. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 26. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford. He'll get this one to Cup, complete.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Touchdown, Rams. Van Jefferson, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Rams are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let him go out there with a little bit more confidence.
Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college, but I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let
time to shine.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see a reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. On their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
The improv on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Those INTs all sting when you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious.
And my goodness, another interception. Devin McCourty picks it off. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Steps away to his left. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just get going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover.
He just sweated on me, peep. What team should we use? Oh, should I use Big Ben?
Let's play with the Buccaneers. Big Ben? Oh, nah, you're weird.
How am I weird?
You like Big Ben? He's a Big Ben.
That's his name.
Who calls him Big Ben?
That's who it's your old team quarterback name used to be. Oh, so Buccaneers are the only team that's better than them? You don't want this smoke, bro.
You said that last time. But you got folded.
Where are they? Where are the... There they are.
But I'm sorry, I never retreated.
Today, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, this is the National Football.
Take it.
You were taking it. Oh. But don't I have home?
Mm-hmm.
I do have the home.
That means you get ball at halftime.
Tampa. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 20.
I need to draw so I can control the studio all the way.
What a career it's been. Came into the league back in 2005 as a number 24 pick out of Cal.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player. Go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw.
Oh my god!
There's no he just caught
He
that.
knows how to win games. Always in contention.
We like those!
Bro,
Bubbles, cheat, guppies, we cheating all day, all in my me.
But
you're still not gonna beat me, that's the sad thing.
Dang it, I ran it.
So from the 36 now.
You know I removed you from that song too.
To throw, it's Rodgers.
Bitch. Oh my god, that's mine.
Why'd you
You know I
remove me?
removed you from that song.
Why?
You know the song better than me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't.
How do you know that?
I just, because it was the only song that me and you did that was like really that you would get mad at. Why'd you remove me?
Because you explained the interesting parts to it that I actually tried to do. This man, what the and bro, why are you not supposed to stick your leg? You're supposed to move so that you don't get tackled.
He got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that.
But at the same time, I'm gonna beat you.
Touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally, and then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes.
Trying to get it to Adams.
Bro, it's ass. But how do you get folded and I'm not even looking?
Can you please click it?
He said, you gotta chill, get by, I'm shoot out, move.
Partner as a quarterback Sometimes you just got to know when the clock is going off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get a look in.
I see that.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
A little bit.
Whoa!
It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. They're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and 1.
And they want to be down, please.
Now Brady. Flushed out right. That's caught by tight end O.J. Howard.
I'm at 3rd, right? Oh.
That leads us to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rally to make the tackle.
Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Being chased out the
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Why is there nobody there?
That has to be mine. That has to be mine. There's no way I didn't hit that.
Yeah. They did it to you. I mean, they did it to me, but they did it to you now.
That's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed
I
up a
mean,
little bit
big
more.
every
It's such a
upshot.
momentum play, isn't it?
Smoking.
Open.
That bitch. Fuck out of here. Don't ever do that shit.
This kid was not here.
Fucking shit. Hey, what you talking about? Like what? Like how? Like what? Like how? Like what?
Did I just see
Like how?
what I saw? Did I just see what I thought that had to be? Come on, say it for me. Say it for me.
Right up. There it is.
You got those great skills back there.
If you run like that.
Great hands. And of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the
Sounds like you're watching your own game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Number 12 back out there, Aaron and his Packer teammates set to begin their drive. He's completed 4 passes so far this
Oh, I'm about to get
game.
shot.
2 of them have been to the guys in the wrong-colored jersey.
So I'd say there's a little bit of cloudy vision. Sometimes he sees clearly, sometimes he
Good catch.
I know on the sidelines they'll be going over things and talk about what the coverages are and what the
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
You used to look at the snapshots, now you look at the Microsoft Surface Pro. He's got to analyze what he's seeing and be more
Good job.
Running to the same spot. You're not gonna get the first round. You're gonna keep doing it. You're just catching the ball.
We'll put that one on the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did it.
Your face.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
Baby's about to get tackled.
Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big
This is probably gonna intercept it.
Anytime you got in close, got in tight,
I said I'm probably gonna get intercepted. No, you really don't.
My ball.
And he's able to
And I'm
get this
right
one
there,
up to his
and I'm
30
right there.
before he's out of bounds. Surprising.
He's about to be on
For it, predictably, somewhat
demon
predictably, it doesn't
time.
pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Take it.
Come on, dude.
1st and 10.
I know how to play, buddy. I know how to play, buddy. I love this game. I love this lead.
Fights through.
Oh,
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then
Tom Brady taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point try now for Succop. And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
Throwing now is Rodgers. They shakes him off. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Going up top. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Brady. And it's caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Tom Brady hooking up with Mike Evans there as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. He's going to go up top again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Thus far, they've been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. He's going to let it go again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. He's going to take another shot here. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. He's going to try and go deep again. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got
touchdown, Packers. Robert Tonyan there to make the grab. And the Packers get a score closer. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left them reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Now here's Johnson. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
They have no to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing. That's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Brady now on 1st down. Over the middle to Evans. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
These man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how you're going to slow these guys down.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Second down and goal. Brady. This is caught. Touchdown. Cameron Brate. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Succop for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. That time a 6-play drive. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit. Maybe pump.
And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. run, 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. JPP cruising in for the sack that time. A final shot before half for Rodgers. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling as time expires in the first half. And the Packers get a late touchdown here on the final play of the first half. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Mike Evans and the rest of the offensive unit heading back out there now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their...
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. But it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, if they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime, they're fortunate to retain possession.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Brady going to throw. There's Evans again, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Throwing now is Brady. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Brady to throw again. Dancing to his left. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way to the opposite 45. It's a big play there for Green Bay. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Rodgers going to throw. And that is incomplete. Robert Tonyan, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition in practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates it.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And it's a Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Here's Brady. And that will be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Flush to his right. Looking downfield for Godwin. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
He's going to let this one go deep. And got his man complete. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. It's a big play there for Green Bay.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were...
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. He's going to air one out. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
He's going to go up top again. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big connection on that one. 35 yards.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
Rodgers to throw once more. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Packers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they've made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out and made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing them all sorts of trouble.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Brady now to throw. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now Brady. He'll buy some time right. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Airing this one out for Evans. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with...
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Alan Lazard, 42 yards. And the Packers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the fourth quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. From midfield, here's Brady, eluding the pressure right. Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. And this is caught by Evans. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. And all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 25. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
He's going to let it go again. It's caught inside the 25. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. It's a big play there for Green Bay. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Rodgers looking to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan there to make the grab. And the Packers add on to their lead.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent. I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Back now comes Tampa Bay. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like...
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football, and the Packers pick it up. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. He sets to fire deep, and that is incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And it's incomplete. And now we're down to 10 seconds. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From midfield, here's Rodgers. He's going to take another shot here. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. Would it?
Today, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, this is Madden Football on EA Sports.
Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Foxborough. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Jones throwing on 1st down. He can't get him down. He did it again, and yet again. Still shedding tackles.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
And he'll let this go deep for Bourne. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cardinals are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Murray. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray. Ertz over the middle. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a third down and less than a yard. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a fourth down. They get the sack on the blitz, but it was 3rd and inches. Are you surprised like I am they weren't running the football there?
I'm right there with you. I would have thought at worst, quarterback sneak, try and pick up the first down and move on. But instead, I think they thought they could catch him by surprise and maybe hit something deep.
And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. So they take a big, big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right?
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Mac Jones, 36 yards. And the Patriots on one play have taken the lead. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's caught inside the 10. And a fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line. I thought the days of the fake extra point were numbered once they moved these kicks back to the 15. Apparently, I was mistaken.
Yeah, I was wondering who was ever going to try to do this. In fact, I quit wondering. I didn't think it would ever happen. Taking a fake from the 15-yard line to try and pick up an extra point, I didn't think anyone would ever call this.
The Cardinals going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Throwing on first down is Murray. And his throw here is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Murray. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Well, Charles, it's so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 2020.
This is intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cards are going to have it here at their own 15. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cardinals ready to go here to start the third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive.
Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. And the Patriots have it. Well, they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, There was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the two-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And that's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's 3rd down.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On the slant, complete to Hopkins. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. So that one will be accepted. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. That's complete once again to Hopkins. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back to throw. Murray. That escapes the sack. Oh, trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Pats have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge. I
like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off. What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
No, they're offense.
Walking down a dark road, hard cold, all alone, I'm on my own.